अस्सलामुअलैकुम। उल्टे सर के चैनल पे आपका स्वागत है। आज जो है हम ये वीडियो करेंगे। मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि थोड़ा इंग्लिश में ही करेंगे, इसलिए दिस वीडियो विल बी इन इंग्लिश टुडे because I have seen that the people are not more interested in Hindi. Anyway, I will revise this session in Hindi also. Now, everybody knows what is SSH. It's a protocol communicating with a secure handshake, and it is used for mostly connecting to the Unix machines or Linux machines or other appliances. And to connect that, you will require a software to have a terminal emulation or console by a very useful utility like a PuTTY. PuTTY is one of the utility which is used vigorously in this field. I have already downloaded the PuTTY. I am showing you the website from where you can download. After downloading, do the installation as I have shown you. After doing the installation, you have to use it for connection, and my way of how you do the installation, make the full installation, because this PuTTY will be used for the next future. Next future in the sense, I'm going to show you about lectures on what is coding, decoding and SSL certificate and how to create the certificate. In that you will require this PuTTY total installation. So I had already done PuTTY, that was installation which you have seen. After doing that installation, now I want to show you how you will communicate with your ESX host. So here you are connecting to your ESX host by using a root user and the password, and this is my ESX host. So I will get connection to my ESX host. That is my normal HTTPS connection. But in PuTTY, you will have a direct command prompt to communicate and to load drivers. Since the server makes big noise, that's why I had made this way, make a preparation in advance, and I have to give you a next link. I will arrange everything in proper way, so you will get it. See, after getting the PuTTY, here is the host. We have already installed the host. This is the fresh installed host. I had recorded on that at that time, and I have deployed a PuTTY. Now I am not making some manipulation or things. The things how you will see, I want to show you exactly how it was executed. 192.168.0.189. This is the IP address of the host. 22 is the port. I will get communication. Here I got the network error connection refuse. Refuse means the server service is not running. So what you will do in the manage, go to services, and the service to establish the communication is SSH service. It has to be running. VMware is protecting its operating system by all the means. Its RAM as well as the SSH. By default it is disabled. You have to start the service for making the SSH connection. This is the protection. So for now there are no hackers who are attacking the ESX host. That is the best part. So you have to take it from mind that some virus and attackers are attacking. They are making such efforts that nobody should attack their ESX host. So now, since that was not connecting, it is connecting now. It has given a local certificate. I accepted that certificate. I put the login, root. I will put the same password which I had used in the GUI. That it will give me the connection. If I put wrong password, it will not give connection. Now you see, this is how you are connecting with PuTTY to your ESX host. These are all pre-recorded and without any editing. So now you got connected to the host. The purpose of this session is that how you will utilize ESX host to deploy further patches. You want to upgrade you want to install some drivers into the ESX host, how you will do that. So that I wanted to show. I have already downloaded one driver for firmware upgrade of the ILO of the server. Means nothing to do with any other interface. I want to do the ILO upgrade of the server. So this is the one, was the patch I have already downloaded, and I have saved, extracted that patch. This is giving me the instruction how to do my root connection, place the file into temporary directory, and unzip it. Then here says command cmd xcp VMware. So this is very important command which you will see that, and then this I will show you where it is required. If it is not done, what will happen. So this is the one which is showing you the about the patch which I want to go and deploy. Since this recording, I don't want to make it forward. If the VMware ESX operating system is installed on SSD, flash media or USB, copy of component directly and then not a map and SSD as a USB key such as temp. So we have to copy it into the ESX host. That exactly I am going to show you. Let it finish that video. Second, I have copied that into this firmware directory in my port, and now I have created one directory here in my data store, and from data store I will upload firmware from my directory path where I have saved it into this location, these files. So I can copy all the file or one file, whatever with the file, and this is the upload, and this is my data store. Data store is where? Into the storage, and I have copied it here. I have copied one file. First, initially I had copied single file. Later on it has prompted me that the required files are missing into the directory. So afterward I have uploaded the remaining files. I will make okay. Now this is the putty what you had seen before. You can go to this, and I will try to show you final stages instead of wasting your more time. Okay, so the path which is there, and if you see now I have selected, I will pause here. If you see now, I have selected the path here. When I do the ls, I found that the directive VMFS, because data store is in the form of VMFS. So I have selected cd VMFS, and then I choose ls and I list. So it shows devices and volumes. So since my data store has a volume, so I have selected volume. I have selected volume, and after that volume I have selected again directory. So it will show me whatever is available into this. So my point of concern is this. This is my label of the volume. So what I did, cd to my volume, and then path fw, which I have created into the GUI. You have seen that. So I copied and I executed the command which was given here in this location. I executed the command. Then it says permission denied. See, this permission denied means I have to run that change mode command. So I had run that change mode command. Later on, to show you, I will play again further. you see here, I run after this a change mode for that file, chmod. Though this session I'm not happy with creating in this way, but I had created for some reason. This cannot be repeated. You cannot go and repeat the same upgrade of the ILO, and ILO upgrade is very important part, and you should know how it is done. That's why I recorded that session which I was doing, change mode X and the file name. Copy the file name, place there. Okay, so file has become an executable. Permission is already granted. Now what happened here, after doing that file, it is missing you see here, earlier it was permission denied, and now it is showing you missing needed files. What it says, missing needed file. So this is very important. So what I did, the remaining files which were there, I have already, then also I've uploaded them. So what I did, I went again to that folder, upload file. I selected from my path remaining file, just like a VM file, that is the main file which was there. This size 14.7 MB file. So I choose everything and upload it. So this was the main file required. Okay, and say upload, because I was trying to upload 2 files at a time, but it was not allowing me. So you have to select one by one file. And this way I have uploaded to data store folder FW these files from my PC. And now again I will go and execute the same command. Then what is happening now, you see that it has opened it has opened the instruction. What it is showing you, license text flash online ROM flash component for VMware ESX HP integrated light out, and means ILO for HP, and this is the firmware upgrade with the version which is going to be 2.78. Do you want, are you agree with upgrade the software of your version? Yes, then it will play. So do not interrupt your system, may become unusable. While doing any firmware upgrade, you have to take precaution that there should not be any power failure. The system will be unstable. At that time, motherboard has to go to factory for resetting. Otherwise, that ILO board has to be replaced. This is the reason what we do. And now I will make it somewhat go faster, because it takes some time to upgrade that, transfer that 14 MB file. And I will not take that your time. And finally, when I upgrade that file, I will get, this is my firmware of 2.5. This is firmware version 2.5. The upgraded firmware version which I had seen is 2.78. Okay. Now after doing that firmware upgrade, the ILO firmware version has changed. Please clear the browser cache before continuing. And now you will see that my firmware get upgraded in the next shot after placing OK. This you know now what is ILO, what is the firmware. I have kept, because this is sometime it is only one time. See here now. Now you see here it has updated and upgraded to the 2.78. So I have shown you today, what I have shown you is very important thing which you may not get it easily from any other places, and my server again came back as it is. So this I will revise what I have shown you here. First of all, a PuTTY by which you can communicate with your ESX host. Second, how to utilize the storage in the ESX host to get your software deployment. It may be firmware patch for the server, it may be firmware update patch of the ESX host itself. Like I am running 7.2 and next update is, I will stop that. The next update could be ESX 7.2 update 2 or update 1. Then that update file you will have to put it into that store again, just like I have created FW folder in the data store. You have to run and go to the ESX host, go give the permission and execute that. You will get update of ESX host online immediately. No other way to go. It's very short update file comes. Total ESX host is coming in few MB. The update is coming in very few KBs. So that update also you can apply this way. So here now I am asking you to go and see this. Next time I will show you how the PuTTY is using SSL and certificates, and what is encryption and what is decryption. I have my roadmap of around 9 in security SSL topics. Thank you for watching my session, and subscribe and also like, share on my channel Ulde Sir.